Plex has a few new tricks up its streaming sleeve. The 2022 Major League Baseball season is finally here, and the Weather Channel finally comes to YouTube TV. All that and more in this week's episode of Cord Cutting Weekly. Hi folks, and welcome to Friday, April 8th, 2022. This is Cord Cutting Weekly, the show where we wrap up the past week in cord cutting and streaming news. And like we said at the very beginning, we've got several stories to discuss, including some interesting new features from Plex and an update on fuboTV's pricing plans. But first, of course, if you haven't done so already, please do take a second to consider clicking on those like and subscribe buttons down below. Those really do help out our channel immensely, and we'd greatly appreciate it. And for all of you tuning in for the very first time this week, just a quick heads up. For all the stories we're about to discuss here, you'll find links to those stories included down below in the video description, and those links will bring you on over to our news website, cordcuttersnews.com, where you can stay up to date on all things streaming 24/7. And now, with all of that being discussed, let's dive right into the news, starting with new features from Plex. First up, Plex announced some major new features this week that the company says should make finding content across various services easier. There's Plex Discover, which is Plex's take on a universal search for movies and TV shows. So when you plug in a title, you'll get search results for services that currently offer that content, including free options like Plex's own service or, say, Pluto TV. And you can launch those streaming services straight from Plex, which might help streamline your search experience. Plex also announced Universal Watchlist, which lets you create a list of shows and movies you'd like to watch in the future. The service will alert you if and when those titles become available on services you're subscribed to. And we're still in the early days of these new features, and there are some concerns brewing about how children might be able to access mature-rated content through Discover and or Universal Watchlist. We reached out to Plex regarding the concerns, and a company spokesperson said Plex is aware of the conversations happening in its forums and said the issues have already been resolved. We're aiming to take a closer look at the new features in the near future, but for now, Discover and Universal Watchlist are both available to try out over on Plex, and you can find out more in our full post linked down below in the video description. Next up, we've got an update to fuboTV's recent lineup changes. So the live TV streaming service recently removed the starter plan from its offerings, and at the time there was no word on what would happen to current customers subscribed to that tier. Well, this week we learned that fuboTV is emailing current customers to notify them that those subscribed to the starter plan will be moved on over to the Pro plan after May 1st. That Pro plan runs for $69.99 per month versus the starter's $64.99 per month, and includes an upgraded cloud DVR and support for up to 10 screens at once. Those already on the Pro or Elite plan shouldn't be affected by these latest changes, but heads up to anyone currently on the starter plan, and you can definitely check out more info in our full post down below. In sports news, this week marks the official start of the 2022 Major League Baseball season, with opening day on Thursday, April 7th. Of course, this year's opening day is coming a little later than normal due to the recent lockout, but baseball fans finally have some games to look forward to. This first weekend starts off with a slate of 9 nationally broadcast games on ESPN, ESPN+, ESPN2, FS1, and new for this year, Apple TV+. And we've got a post over on cordcuttersnews.com for those looking for ways to stream games during this first week, including scheduled games and services offering the right channels. So if you're a baseball fan looking for which service gets you the most bang for your baseball buck, definitely check out Raymond's post linked down below in the video description. And speaking of baseball, it looks like Peacock is also getting in on the streaming fun with exclusive access to 18 Sunday morning games. Coverage begins on May 8th with a matchup between the Chicago White Sox and the Boston Red Sox. That first game will be simulcast on NBC, but the other 17 will be offered exclusively to those with Peacock premium subscriptions. And of course, you can find the full list of upcoming games in our post linked down below in the video description. In DIRECTV stream news, the service is beefing up its feature set with a focus on sports. First up, there's a new DVR feature called Team Recordings, which lets you set up recordings of your favorite teams throughout a season. DIRECTV Stream says the feature will work with NBA, MLB, and NHL teams initially. Elsewhere, the service is adding an auto-extend feature that lets scheduled recordings continue past the specified end time. That could come in handy when recording games that are going on longer than expected, including overtime periods. The company also recently started offering a 5-day free trial and a discount on initial service. And again, you can find out more in our full post down below. Moving on, following an announcement back in January, YouTube TV is finally launching a quartet of new channels this week, including the Weather Channel. Those new offerings also include Justice Central, Comedy.tv, and Recipe.tv. And like we said, we've known the Weather Channel would land on the live TV streaming service at some point this year, but we didn't have an exact date just yet. News of the addition was first shared back in January when YouTube TV first discussed a new expansion deal with Allen Media Group that included the weather-focused network. Elsewhere, YouTube TV also launched the G4 channel this week, and you can find out more about those new options in our full post link down below. And in other new channel news this week, Roku announced more additions to its free streaming service, the Roku channel. In all, the company says it's adding some 16 new channels to its lineup, which would bring the overall library to 275 channels. You can naturally check out the full list in our full post, but some of the new additions include FilmRise Anime, Cinevault Classics, and the automotive-focused Torque. Again, we have the full list mentioned in our full post link down below, but heads up for fans of the Roku channel. And speaking of Roku, just a quick update to mention that the company has reached a deal with Amazon to continue offering Prime Video and IMDb TV on the Roku platform. Roku announced the new multi-year deal via a blog on its site, and the new deal means subscribers will be able to keep using Prime Video and/or IMDb TV on their Roku devices without interruption. Perhaps the most notable aspect of this renewal deal is how conflict-free it was compared to recent showdowns with HBO Max, Peacock, and YouTube. Those negotiations resulted in delayed launches and/or the temporary pulling of apps from Roku's lineup. But it looks like fans of Amazon services can rest easier for now. And so there you go. Those were some of the top headlines from the past week. And as we always say when we get to this point, thank you all for watching. And again, please do consider clicking on those like and subscribe buttons down below. They are a huge help to our channel, and they help signal to YouTube that it should keep recommending our content to more and more viewers. For now, I thank you all again for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. My name is Philip Palermo. I hope you all have a safe and enjoyable weekend. Take care.